I have never been to Africa, but I want to go back because there is one thing that society and education will never give me, and that's intuition. But they cannot take away my intuition because I was born with it. I was born with clairaudience, perspicacity, and general attunement that I never received from my direct environment in my country. And I am disappointed because I was raised to believe I was a child who belonged. And then I reached a certain age, and then all of a sudden, I seem to have become the enemy, even though I was more beautiful, I was healthier, I was smarter, I was wiser, I was more mature, I was kinder, and I had more potential than I had ever been or had. And society only ever valued me for the potential of having kids, not the potential that I inherently carry within myself as a human being that may extend to self realization other than just reproduction. But I remember once I got asked the question, if you could be anyone you could dream of, if you could live in any place you can imagine, if you could do anything for the rest of your life, who would you be? Where would you be? And what would you do? Like, if there were no stakes, nothing at stake, if you had nothing to lose, if you could never finish your current life, but you could choose another one, asked Teal Swan, what would you do? And after thinking about this for a few minutes, I came to the conclusion I would never want to leave this earth in Europe because I was born here, and even though I have never seen Africa with my own two eyes in person, I want to go back. The irony of my economy currently is that we have black skinned people here. And when I say black skinned people, people who originated in Africa, who say outright, according to local pendulums, how Africa is quote unquote dead, immediately I would respond, my country is dead too. Like, this country is also dead. I'm sorry. But like, they are looking at me, they assume I lack the potential to change the world. Or even if they don't, they are hurting me by saying their continent is dead because honestly, that is just something descriptive of my current country even more. Like, it feels like it creates excess potential I do not need. And I want to go back to Africa even more. Like, I do not care if Africa is alive or not. There are still more African people in Africa than in Europe, you know what I mean? Who know what it's like to be born into a tribe and stay in it forever, to run around for food in the middle of the night during full moon, to live with other people day to day and share harvest, talk about the latest harvest, being intuitive about the environment and each other, understanding each other before loving each other or trying to gathering in the name of true belonging, or longing in the name of true want and desire, passion, you know, beyond joy and relief, purpose beyond passion, purpose beyond religion, purpose beyond politics, purpose beyond money, purpose beyond myself. Surrounded by birds chirping and insects, of course, and mammals and snakes, growing our hair long, but taking care of it, being fully out of control, and still trusting people, perhaps, gathering around the fire, consuming food around the fire, consuming words like you would consume food as adults, without parents expecting you to consume their food over their emotional provision, without police and jail actually only having the righteousness or the lack thereof, using our head, minding our intuition, and sticking with it, sticking to our values, dynamically changing them if necessary or possible, adapting to Mother Nature, not Mother alone. Not in patriarchy where the cold is so overpowering you want to shoot bombs. To places that accidentally pass 3 countries and then eventually land in Croatia, falling asleep at the end of the day, positively exhausted and organically just not giving up every day, not having to die every day to ourselves, when the only option seems to be living under one roof with each other, because apparently living without a roof is no option, as per abuse would dictate. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along, like that's what you wanna do. Clap along with if you know that, 'cause I'm happy. like a house without